I got some pretty exciting news. I'm going on a trip.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Just waiting in line to get through security. As you can see, it is really packed here in Terminal 3. I'm actually in Pearson International Airport right now.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Okay, so that definitely took longer than I thought. It took about an hour to an hour and a half to kind of go through security. Just a lot of people that are traveling right after COVID, which is pretty hectic. So in case if you're wondering, I am going to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, going straight to the prairies, and I actually have an accounting conference there. So me and my professor submitted a paper to the conference, and luckily it got accepted. So I actually have the opportunity to fly to Saskatchewan, go to the conference in person, and actually present the paper to like a live audience. I'm honestly pretty excited. I've never been to Saskatchewan before, and this is the first time that I'm going to be flying in 2 to 3 years. The last time I flew was way before COVID. So I'm definitely excited to get back into the plane, and I'm really looking forward to the next few days. So the conference itself is going to be about 2 to 3 days, I believe. So I leave Toronto Pearson International at 9:30 p.m. tonight. I get to Saskatoon around 11:30 p.m. and then the hotel is just a 15-minute drive from the Saskatoon airport, which is really nice. So I'll probably be in my hotel room at 12 o'clock Saskatoon time, which is equivalent to 2 a.m. Toronto time. Just got some really unfortunate news. The flight actually got delayed for about an hour and a half, so I'm not flying out till 10:40. So I'm here till 10:40, and then I'll probably land in Saskatoon around 1 a.m., which is now going to be 3 a.m. Toronto time. So it's definitely going to be a late night. Okay, so I'm actually going to go look for Jillian right now. She's another PhD student in my program who's also going to be presenting at the conference. So I'm just going to meet up with her. Okay, so I met up with Jillian, and you've seen her in a couple of my videos, so I figured I'd let her formally introduce herself to the audience. So Jillian, what do you do at Waterloo?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I am in my 3rd year, finishing up my 3rd year of the PhD in accounting program at Waterloo.
And what kind of research do you do?
So I specialize in tax. I did all my work as an accountant in tax, so naturally that's my thing. I study corporate tax planning and corporate tax avoidance. Specifically, I'm looking at tax disclosures and international tax planning.
See, I'm not the only one who's interested in accounting. So that's good. And then,
there's a few of us.
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, for the conference, I guess what are you going to do at the conference, and what are you excited about?
Oh, well, I mean, first off, I'm just excited to be there. COVID's been shitty.
Yeah.
I am presenting a working paper that I have with another professor at the University of Waterloo, and then I'm also going to be discussing a tax paper from some authors at McGill. So that'll be exciting to discuss that paper and give them some feedback, and hopefully get some good feedback for my own paper.
Yeah, that's
That'll
true.
be nice.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, finally we got some good news. It is 11:40 and we are finally boarding the plane. All right, let's go find our seat. We're sitting in 21F, Zone 2.
Good day. Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up.
So we are finally at the hotel in downtown Saskatoon. It's 2:43 a.m. right now, so pretty much like 4:30 to 5 a.m. Ontario time. I'm pretty exhausted. I just picked up my room key and I'm on the floor. And I'm just heading towards my room. Room 607. Okay, it's right here. Let's take a look. Alright, so I'm in the room, gonna give a super quick room tour and then I'm jumping straight into bed because I'm totally exhausted. So here we go. So here's the front door, and then right onto the right hand side you have a closet, but Inside the closet, you got a little coffee machine, so complimentary coffee, nice, pretty standard stuff. Ironing board, definitely gonna need that for my dress clothes. And then on this side is the washroom. Pretty nice. Definitely taking a shower today after the flight. Now let's go into the main part of the room. So this is the bed, nice queen size. Little picture, got a little TV, and then this is the view. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's looking into the city. Can't really see much, but I guess the view might be a little better during the day. All right, that's it. I'm totally checked out. I'm going to bed. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day one of the accounting conference. Pretty excited to finally be here. Last night was just a crazy day. 3-hour delay. Got here around 2:30 to 3 a.m. Saskatoon time, so definitely really tired. I'm actually kind of surprised that my body kind of woke up around 7:30 a.m. But as you can see, I'm dressed a bit professionally because I'm about to head down for registration and breakfast. There is a few events today. The main one for the PhD students is going to start around 1 p.m. where there's a few student presentations, and then some panelists are going to come and talk to us and give us advice about, I guess, being an academic and all that. So that starts at 1 p.m. There are a few events that's going to be going on in the morning. Now, based on what I read in the conference itinerary, they don't seem that interesting and applicable to me, so I'm kind of debating if I should go to them or if I should instead use that time to prepare for my presentations and study for my exam, because I still have that coming up next week. But with that being said, definitely really excited to be here. I probably won't be able to film too much of the conference itself because I think it's going to be a little bit weird with me walking around with my huge tripod and my DSLR. And so I'm not going to film too much about the day, but I'll definitely give you guys a recap every time I come back to the hotel room. So with that being said, I'm going to head down to get some food.
And actually, one of the biggest sources of weight.
So some of you might be wondering what exactly is an accounting conference and what goes on during these conferences. Well, for this particular conference, it's a way for academics to showcase their papers to an audience. So me and my professor, we submitted this working paper that we've been working on for a while to the conference. The conference has like a reviewer and an editor, and they'll essentially go through the paper and determine whether or not it's good enough to be presented at the conference. Luckily for this one, it was good enough, and so usually one of the authors, in this case me, flies out to the conference event and then presents the paper in person. And so while I'm here, tomorrow at 1 p.m., I'm going to be presenting my working paper. It's going to be a 15-minute presentation live in front of actual people, which I haven't done in a couple of years because of COVID. And then in addition to that, if you get selected as a presenter at one of these conferences, you're usually also tagged as a discussant. And what a discussant does is that you will essentially create a 10-minute presentation discussing someone else's paper who just presented. So the way that it works is that when I present, there's going to be me and 2 other students. It's going to be a little session. And so I'm going to present first, 15-minute block. And then there's going to be a discussant who's going to discuss my paper for a 10-minute block. And then there's going to be a Q&A session. Another thing I'll mention is that conferences are pretty stressful because they are really, really important when it comes to being a successful academic. Especially if you want to publish a paper, what I noticed that a lot of papers will, start off as working papers, and then they'll kind of present it at different universities. And if it's good enough, they'll get invited to a conference to present. And then after going through the conference and getting some good review comments and then revising their paper, then they'll typically submit it to a journal. So it's actually kind of cool that this particular paper that I'm working on got into this conference. It also got into another conference later in August. And so just getting all this feedback from other academics is just going to be really helpful to make the paper a lot better. And then obviously the goal of making the paper better is to hopefully one day get it published into a journal. So I'm definitely on that trajectory. It seems like, I don't want to kind of jinx it, but it's definitely heading in the right direction. And getting the opportunity to present at a conference in my second year, I think is a pretty big deal, especially for me, because It's just a really good opportunity. And so I definitely want to make the most of it, practice a lot today, and not fuck up tomorrow. Pretty productive morning. Read some papers. Right now I'm just packing up because I'm heading downstairs to grab some lunch with Jillian, and then right before our 1 p.m. session, we're just going to take a walk around the hotel and the park and the river because it's right there, and I kind of want to explore Saskatoon a little bit before I jump into a heavy afternoon. So I'm going to take you guys along with me.
Good day. Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. Like you always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so you got the vibes. I'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience, one day at a time.
So that was day one. Day one was pretty good. I think the best part of today was just meeting a lot of the other PhD students. It's really nice to meet other people who are kind of going through the same journey that you are. And so it's a lot of fun to kind of share our journeys and kind of talk about the struggles we're going through, things that we like about doing a PhD. And I got a chance to meet a lot of people, not only from Canada, but also people from other countries. For example, there's one from the University of Kentucky, one from France. So overall, just really good vibes meeting with the other PhD students. And it's so funny because some of them have actually watched some of my YouTube videos. And so when they come and say hi, when we're in our little networking session, they'll be like, oh my God, hey, I saw a couple of YouTube videos that you filmed. And so that just, it's a natural icebreaker, get a few good laughs in. But yeah, overall, just pretty good vibes today. So tomorrow's definitely a much more stressful day. Tomorrow I'm going to be presenting at 1 p.m. So I'm actually going to meet up with Jillian and Allah, who's another PhD student from our program. We are just going to rehearse our presentations in the morning, and then hopefully everything will go smooth tomorrow afternoon. I think it should be okay. I've practiced these lines so many times. I can pretty much recite it at the back of my head, and I think really it's all about just getting those nerves out of the way. And I'm looking forward to kind of presenting in front of people and then doing my discussant presentation. I think it will be good vibes overall.
Conferences to have some fun. So let's network, let's do that. Find somebody that you haven't seen in a while.
Process, and there's 5 steps in the decision process, and they encompass the
Hey everyone, I just did my presentation, literally just did it 10 minutes ago. Oh my God, that was stressful. Overall, I thought it was relatively good. Not a huge crowd, as you guys probably saw, probably only like 10 to 15 people. But I think my presentation went pretty smooth, no major fuck ups, no long pauses. I kind of knew what to say. I think overall that part went really, really well. However, my second presentation, which was a discussion on someone else's paper, I don't think I did that great of a job, just because compared to my presentation to the other people who did their discussion presentations, I thought theirs was a lot better and more thorough, and mine was kind of not the greatest, but definitely not bad. So that's just a learning point for me. Whenever I have to do another discussion in the future, I kind of know what I need to do now to make a good discussion presentation. But yeah, I'm just glad that it's finally done. The stress is finally over. And actually right now, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from the conference. Me, Jillian, and Allah, we're actually gonna take an Uber out away from Saskatoon and actually to and we just wanna see what the prairie looks like when you're not in the city, and hopefully we get a better representation of, what Saskatoon's all about. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of these clothes. I'm finally done with the stress. Now I have a new stress, which is my comprehensive exam, which is literally in 8 to 9 days. And I'm freaking out because there's still papers that I haven't even reviewed. So that's gonna be a crazy challenge. But anyways, right now I'm just gonna relax for a little bit and try to enjoy the rest of the conference.
So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause of sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2.
Hey guys, how's it going? Day 3 of the conference, but as you can see, I'm no longer at the hotel. I'm actually at Saskatoon Airport. Got here a bit early, and the plane was supposed to leave here at 6:30 p.m. Right now it's around 2:30 p.m. But I just got a couple text messages that it's actually delayed till 8 p.m. So I'm not gonna get to Toronto till midnight, which means I'm kind of stuck here for 5.5 hours, which is definitely a lot of time. But I am finally gonna get some studying done. I know I've been talking about this throughout the whole conference. Didn't do any studying just because it's really hard to kind of not attend all the events. And networking was really important during the conference, and I did have a great time speaking with other professors and other students, and so I didn't get a lot of studying done. But now I have a 5-hour block where I can definitely get some work done, and so I think it'll be a pretty productive day studying at the airport. But I can't wait to get back home. I'm really missing Lola right now, and I can't wait to see her later.